trusted nutrition. No wonder it's the #1 dry cat food in America. Come home to Cat Chow.
Sorry, girls, it's softness.
This is soft.
Holy Charmin. Excuse me.
Roll it back, everybody.
Charmin Ultra Soft is so cushiony soft, you'll want more, but it's so absorbent, you can use less. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
Deep in the marijuana fields of Oregon lives a legend. He is Jim Belushi.
How you doing?
Belushi, new Wednesdays at 9 on Discovery. As many of us know by now, buildings with a dark history are fertile ground for the paranormal. Similarly, certain antiques tend to act as beacons for those spirits that were somehow connected to them in life. So, if you take one of those buildings and fill it with a bunch of antiques, well, now you're just asking for trouble. Case in point, a group of paranormal investigators in England recently visited such a place and found themselves surrounded by the restless spirits of the dead. May 2021, in Hull, England. Paranormal investigators Ricky Beadle, Chloe Fothergill, and Cameron Olson are taking an overnight tour of a very peculiar hostel that is supposedly haunted.
That's creepy. Oh my god. My name's Ricky. I'm Cameron.
I'm Chloe.
And we're catching these videos. So, 39 DuBois Street is called the Hostel. It's been around for over 100 years. There was a church built behind it as well. It's got a very long history, and the previous owner had said he was laying in bed one night and a young girl floated out of the fireplace, looked at him, and then disappeared. And then there was an official police report of children in the windows. So the police raided the house, they burst the door open, and there was nobody in there. And then the owner came around, he told him that the house has been abandoned for a long time, he doesn't live in it. Also, neighbours have heard noises, scratchings, things that can't be explained. What? What? That is creepy. It's like a face.
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it's crazy.
And as the team quickly discovers, it's not just the history of the place that makes it eerie. It's also the decor.
Walking around with the sheer amount of mannequins and dolls that are put on the walls in every room and every hallway, you cannot at all feel like you aren't being watched.
Proper real phobia dolls. Yeah.
It felt weird. Oh. I felt quite trapped going into it because it was really cluttered. It just felt creepy.
But believe it or not, dolls and mannequins aren't the creepiest antique items on the premises. Not by a long shot.
There was like another building behind it directly connected to the house, and that's where we found this coffin. The coffin itself was from a funeral parlour. It was an antique coffin, Victorian style. So we all got in it and made sure there was no funny business with it. And then close the lid back up and set up a motion activated camera near the coffin.
Once the cameras have all been placed, the team settles in for the night.
Is there anybody in here in this room with us at the minute?
But aside from a few startling incidents,
It's not you.
No,
It was, wasn't it?
no, swear down.
Does anyone in
The rest of the evening is fairly uneventful. Or so they think. Because when they get home and review the footage from the camera that was left by the coffin, they are totally freaked out. Watch closely as the coffin lid begins to move by itself, as if someone or something is trying to get in or out.
We knew that nobody was there. There was nothing. The coffin hadn't been tweaked in any way. And that's when we got quite excited because it's some of the most real paranormal footage we've caught and seen.
For something to actually move this lid up and shift around has to have a lot of force and strength to do this. And for a spirit to harness this type of energy, this is pretty incredible.
What's really strange is if you look just to the left of it while this motion is taking place, you can kind of see this dark shadow standing there as if it's trying to lift the lid.
Seeing this coffin move is no surprise to me. I don't think that coffins particularly tend to be haunted by people that were in them. You know, I think it's just some sort of curious object for spirit energy. And that's kind of what ghosts are. It's this kind of memory of that moment when they lost their lives. And so maybe seeing something like a coffin within a room triggers the memory that they might actually be dead, which could be very upsetting for energies.
Though the team doesn't know exactly what caused the coffin to move, they do know it's legit.
We look at things from a scientific point of view, so then when we get credible evidence, it's real. So we didn't believe any of the stories. We went into it just with an open mind, and then we found out that there may actually be some credibility to what people are saying.
Enough credibility for them to come to one definite conclusion.
It's probably the most paranormal place that we've ever investigated.
Coming up, more evidence that the government has known about UFOs for a long, long time.
Welcome to Tuscany! You're going to be living together as a loving family, but you're going to be competing against each other.
Going home an option? You think I'd have flown all the way out here if it was?
Train with Italian master chefs throughout Italy.
Oh my God.
Whichever team loses this challenge has to decide who to send home.
What?
Series premiere, Chow House, next Sunday night at 9 on Food Network. Set your DVR.
Why do we make a tank printer that comes with up to 2 years of ink? Because you don't always get it right the first time. Get up to 2 years of ink included with HP Smart Tank, so you can print more for less.
At Marshalls, our buyers spend every day hustling for the brands you love. So you don't have to. We get the deals, you get the good stuff. Marshalls.
A bed with a bump in your erection might be painful, embarrassing, difficult to talk about, and could be Peyronie's disease, or PD, a real medical condition that urologists can diagnose and have been treating for more than 8 years with Xiaflex, the only FDA-approved non-surgical treatment for appropriate men with PD. Along with daily gentle penile stretching and straightening exercises, Xiaflex has been proven to help gradually reduce the bend. Don't receive if the treatment area involves your urethra, or if you're allergic to any of the ingredients. May cause serious side effects, including penile fracture or other serious injury during an erection, and severe allergic reactions, including anaphylaxis. Seek help if you have any of these symptoms. Do not have any sexual activity during and for at least 4 weeks after each treatment cycle. Sudden back pain reactions and fainting can happen after treatment. Tell your doctor if you have a bleeding condition or take blood thinners, as risk of bleeding or bruising at the treatment site is increased. Join the tens of thousands of men who've been prescribed Xiaflex. Make an appointment with a Xiaflex-trained urologist. Visit bencarrot.com to find one today.
You can't buy great conversations or excuses to unplug. You can't buy possibilities, and you can't buy moments that matter, but you can invest in them. At T. Rowe Price, we believe your investment should work harder for the future you imagine. And that's where our strategic investing approach can help. T. Rowe Price, invest with confidence.
Legacy of darkness in their wake.
Just this weird bottomless pit of horror.
Very scary people. All new season premieres next Sunday at 9 on ID.
Recently, the United States government shocked the world by releasing classified reports of unidentified flying objects captured by the infrared cameras of military aircraft. Nearly 30 years ago, long before government leaders admitted any uncertainty about what we see in the skies, a similar case was leaked to a television program. And the footage, just as inexplicable, may be proof that this sort of thing happens a lot more often than previously thought. Outside Las Vegas, Nevada. Located in the desolate Mojave Desert, the range is home to 5,000 square miles of restricted airspace, where highly classified, ultra-high-tech military testing takes place. Just before sunset, a team of Air Force contract workers are scanning the airspace with radar to ensure that nothing interferes with the bomb testing being carried out at the base. When suddenly, they detect a peculiar object hovering above a mountaintop in the distance. Despite their sophisticated equipment, it's not immediately clear to the contractors what exactly they are witnessing. And though they attempt an initial guess, they ultimately yield to the confusion.
Military personnel at this facility are familiar with every flying object in the Air Force arsenal. Yet you can hear the confusion as they watch this video. They have absolutely no idea what this thing is.
Then, when the camera operator zooms in on the object, things get truly weird.
Once we get a zoomed-in view of what this thing is, it almost becomes more baffling rather than more clear, because if I had to describe it, I would probably say it looked like a giant kernel of popcorn in the sky.
What could something like this be? Either it's a international technology technology that is flying in our airspace, or maybe it's one of our own, a secret government operation. But why would these guys be reacting that way? So is the other alternative that this could be extraterrestrial in origin?
Unfortunately, we may never know. Because the government is traditionally tight-lipped about what goes on at these testing sites. And in fact, the only reason we're seeing this footage is because it was reportedly smuggled off-site, eventually landing in the hands of the producers of the television program Hard Copy, which aired a segment about the mysterious craft.
Sometimes there has to be that one person that comes forward and warns the masses of things that we were kept in the dark about. And we have whistleblowers like this, regardless of the status that they have in the military, because they find it unfair that the masses of people, or even the entire human species on this planet, is being kept in the dark about the reality of extraterrestrials.
But, given recent developments, maybe that secrecy is coming close to its endpoint.
I think that we are currently in a period of information release and disclosure. I mean, it's already been happening. There are discussions about it in circles where people are interested in these sort of phenomena. I think that we are going to see an increasing amount of information about unexplained phenomena being shared with the general public.
In the meantime, if anyone has anything to share, you know where to find us. Coming up, a sacred Buddhist deity made by something that defies explanation.
I was stuck. Unresolved depression symptoms were in my way. I needed more from my antidepressant. Vraylar helped give it a lift.
Adding Vraylar to an antidepressant is clinically proven to help relieve overall depression symptoms better than an antidepressant alone. And in Vraylar clinical studies, most saw no substantial impact on weight. Elderly dementia patients have increased risk of death or stroke, report unusual changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts. Antidepressants can increase these in children and young adults, report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, and these may be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may be permanent. High blood sugar, which can lead to coma or death, weight gain, and high cholesterol may occur. Movement dysfunction and restlessness are common side effects. Stomach and sleep issues, dizziness, increased appetite, and fatigue are also common. Side effects may not appear for several weeks.
I didn't have to change my treatment. I just gave it a lift.
Ask about Vraylar and learn how AbbVie can help you save.
Kim Crawford, make it amazing.
Misty, go lay down.
Irresistibly smooth chocolate. To put the world on pause. Lindor almond butter, made to melt you. By the Lindt Master Chocolatier.
How irresistible are cheesy crackers?
Booking.com. I'm going to somewhere, anywhere. A beach house, a tree house. Honestly, I don't care. Hello, humidity. Nancy Hudson with a sexy garden.
Landscape architect.
A tiny home with aggressive flair. Somewhere, anywhere. As long as they have child.
Booking.com? Booking.
Yeah. It's official, America.
Xfinity Mobile is the fastest mobile service and gives you unmatched savings with the best price for 2 lines of unlimited. Only $30 a line per month. The fastest mobile service and major savings? Can't argue with the facts. No wonder Xfinity Mobile is one of the fastest growing mobile services. Now with over 5 million customers and counting. Save hundreds a year over T-Mobile, AT&T, and Verizon. Talk to our Switch Squad at your local Xfinity store today.
Rosetta Stone presents. There's a word for that.
There's someone new in town. Bagong salta, Tagalog.
Learn new words at rosettastone.com.
I love bedtime. The thin, sweet bite to end the night. Oreo Thins at troybird.com.
Spring Baking Championship, love is in the air.
This is passionate. This is love at first bite.
All new Spring Baking Championship next Monday at 8.
Kumanthong. It's a holy deity from Thai folklore, associated with Buddhism, that has the appearance of a young boy and brings believers luck and fortune. But despite its benevolent tidings, its origins are extremely dark and twisted. Usually, at least. Because recently, within the backwoods of a small town in Thailand, some locals believe they have discovered a representation of the deity, created by something that will blow your mind. January 2021, in Surin, Thailand. Villagers flock to what appears to be a naturally occurring sculpture in the forest. It looks like a young boy sitting in a peaceful pose. And what makes it even more startling is that it seems to have been created by termites. Because it is, in fact, a termite nest.
As a paranormal investigator, I'm very aware of the human tendency to look for other humanoid shapes and faces and objects, and that's called pareidolia. But I cannot get over the fact that this termite mound looks so incredibly like a sculpture.
There's no denying it. We can see a head with a face, eyes, a mouth, shoulders. It definitely looks like a boy sitting there.
I have never seen something this three-dimensional, this compelling, where a termite mound doesn't just look like something from one angle. It looks exactly like a statue of a human being.
But according to some locals, this sculpture isn't of a human being. It's of a divine one. It's a manifestation of Kumanthong, a deity in the form of a small boy, said to bring good luck and fortune if appropriately worshipped.
So, the Kumanthong is really interesting because it's generally considered a lucky spirit or a protective spirit, the golden boy, but the history behind the Kumanthong is really dark. So the way that you acquire this protective spirit is by slow roasting a human fetus until it's dried out, and then you cover it in gold leaf, and then you keep that object with you as an amulet, and the spirit, the protective spirit, this luck-bringing spirit, comes from that object. The fact that the earth, through the work of termites, manifested a Kumanthong on its own, way, way better method of achieving that sort of protective aggressive spirit than the traditional method.
That is an understatement. But regardless of how the sculpture came into being, perhaps the real power of it lies in the belief that it inspires.
Even if this began as a quirk of nature, the fact that these villagers are finding such deep significance in this formation could, in theory, imbue it with a certain kind of supernatural energy.
I believe that all that good intention, that energy will come back out of this object and hopefully give good fortune to the people that live in the village around this area.
Here's hoping. And until we know for sure, it might be good to play it safe.
If I were in Thailand and I came across this, I would probably set down a couple of like mala beads and incense there too, you know, just in case.
What should you do in the event you witness something paranormal? Here are some tips to get it all on camera. Don't ignore the signals. Or else. Believe the legend.
Go see what it is.
Trust that what you're seeing really is otherworldly. And if you do get something, email us at submitparanormal@gmail.com or connect with us on social media. Your footage could be seen right here on Paranormal Caught on Camera. Next on Paranormal Caught on Camera. At an abandoned church in Ohio, an urban explorer is stalked by a shadow figure.
Thank God at the time I didn't see it because I would have ran out that church.
A gym in Colombia is haunted by a violent poltergeist.